how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Minecraft. We have a little bit of a problem over here with our potato and carrot farm, and I just wanted to clear all this out just to make sure, just to confirm that it was actually an issue. So yeah, I cleared out all the carrots, and he's not planting over here. So that basically means that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks too far over that way. What was that? That was a cow. Okay, that's not dangerous. So yeah, I had made a mistake. I thought the distance from here needed to be to the closest door, which would be about right here-ish? Maybe here. No, probably here. Maybe here, but probably here. Let's go with here. That would be that distance, and that looks like it would work out fine. It looks like the actual distance is from the village center, which would be about right here. So, I was just a little bit off, but moving that over, I'm not overly thrilled about it. It's not going to be my most favorite thing, but it's something that I think shouldn't be too bad. We'll just have to we'll just have to move it over and possibly move it down just a little bit. And that won't be that, you know, we'll just need to do it. Let's just do it. And there we go. It's moved. And as you can see from the carrots and potatoes being done on this side, actually, it looks like there's like 2 or 3 tiles of potatoes there that aren't being planted. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. That is very, very okay. I've been up here sorting villagers and trying to find some good ones. These in here are not good ones. We did, however, find exactly what it was we were looking for. And let's just jump down here to the library, and you can see I've got some villagers in there. The villagers that I had in there earlier, the first round that was up there that I sent down in here, I actually left a window open, and a zombie came in, and well, we lost that first round. I feel bad about it. But yeah, this guy right here has channeling, which is okay, but mending for 10 emeralds. And I have already made use of this guy. We have mending on all of our tools now. And I've been using those a lot in our farm movement project. And it's been great. I went ahead and put a water elevator in the middle here. I haven't done anything with the upstairs yet, other than just make it be a thing. I'm gonna put that torch there. Yeah, this window right here I had open, and that just let the creepy crawlies come right in. Was not very nice. And we got a down place right here. I didn't bother with an elevator there. It didn't seem necessary. Wind gravity will do it for you. Let's see. I've also kind of filled out this building a little bit. There's not a lot going on with it, but I made it. We do have a farmer villager here that has a pretty good carrot trade. He's locked up right now because I'm really not using him that much. I'm actually using we have another farmer up in the hiring center that I've been using. And I don't even know why I showed off this room, other than just to show that it is there, and we have an elevator going up and down here. So that's basically what I was working on when I wasn't working on moving that farm. I don't know, it needs some work. It needs some work. This whole area needs some work, but I'd like to fill out a lot of these librarians. So that brings us to what I want to do in this episode, and that is getting some things automated. I'd like to do a sugarcane farm. I would like to do a melon farm, and I would also like to get a cactus farm going. So I want to see if I can't bang those 3 things out really quick. I'm not sure where I'm going to end up putting those. I kind of started to dig out a little bit of kind of a path going down with maybe we can kind of nestle one in the side of this hill. There's a spot over here for maybe the cactus farm, a little smaller area. Maybe we could fit it in there. And we have this nice big open spot down here as well. But I'm going to think about that. I do have a lot of shulker boxes here full of stuff just ready to go. I have a lot of pistons. I have a lot of observers. I have a lot of things. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I think I got a little bit of a basic layout here of how I at least want the sugarcane section of this to work. The sugarcane will be planted here on the sand, and this room back here is just for logistics, things like that. We'll have 2 water streams coming down the middle, and this wall will be in the middle to help kind of regulate things a little bit. So what I want to do is, I'm already starting to use a little bit of stone brick, so I'm going to switch over to something like diorite. That's a good, nice little utility block to use. That's something that may be seen, but not something we want to build a whole structure out of. The texture with it, with the new texture pack, looks better. Looks better. I don't know. I've never really had a problem with diorite. I know there are some people that I've played with in the past that have a real problem with it. I'm not really one of those people. I think it had its place. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do double pistons on this side. And that's it. I don't know if it's going to help with the loss or not, but it feels like it should help a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll plant the sugarcane along this right here. We'll have a water stream starting right here that will shift it down that way. And we should be able to, let me think. I think we run a redstone line up here. That will work. Let's grab some. Let's grab some and find out. Yeah, let's grab redstone. Grab a redstone torch. And we'll hop up here real quick. Throw some of it down. Just like along the top right here like this. Okay. And let's grab our redstone torch. And that will extend them all. Everything looks good. Okay. And that pulse will pull them back. So that'll push the top 2 levels of the sugarcane down into this area. And I want to go ahead and set them all up. Set all these 4. There's 8 in each one. So that is 32 of these all day long. And we'll see how that works. There's potential to make it go taller. There's potential to go that way with the farm if we find that we need more. Things like sugarcane, I feel like you need a lot of those unless you don't. And then the rest of the time it's farming and just accumulating in a chest. So we'll see how far this gets us. I'm sure it will definitely give us a pretty good start. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these, and I will see you shortly. I had forgotten that water had changed a little bit in 1.13, which is weird, since that's kind of what this update is all about. And I tried to get a water stream running down to this layer here. The problem is, that doesn't work anymore. Not reliably, at least, because items float. So instead of doing the water retrieval system, I'm going to try to do... Well, I'm not going to try to do. I'm just going to do a hopper chain here. And this is a little bit expensive as far as iron goes, but you know what? We're good for it. And we don't need to go nearly as deep with this. We can go ahead and fill in all of this stuff. Yeah, that should work right there. And boy, it's getting a little dark. Go ahead and light this up and finish it up before we go out. What we can do is just put a hopper going into there, a hopper going into there, and a hopper going into there. And that should take care of all of our problems. And we can just fill in the rest of this with our beautiful diorite block. There we go. And that should work out just fine. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that means we should end up with 4 diorite here in the chest, and we do. All right, so that is going to work out just fine. We need to work now on getting all these pistons hooked up and get our trigger mechanism going. And I'm going to try something a little bit different for that. A little bit different for that. I'm going to see if we can do that all with one observer. All right, so just finishing up on the technical part of this, I think everything is working well, or going to work well. Just planted the initial crop there. That should work out fine. I've got this little setup going on over here in order to trigger it, and I'll show the top first. This is basically just a stack of observers that comes up to this junction right there. It's going to send the signal on. I had to put a repeater there, but that's going to basically do everything here. If I just throw a redstone torch down right there, you can see that all of our pistons are extended. So that part is working. The trigger mechanism for this is going to be based off of Sugarcane. It's going to be based off of this observer right here. So I'm going to go ahead and plant a sugarcane plant right there, and that will be fine. Then it'll grow to level 2, and then it'll grow to level 3, and that's going to kick off all the pistons, as well as this piston right here, which is going to break, and it's going to start the timer all over again. This is not a perfect, optimal system at all. Not even a little bit. However, I really liked it. I actually, this setup, or a setup similar to it, where you use this to trigger the sugarcane farm. I got that off of Wells Knight's Hermitcraft video, and I saw what he was doing there. I really like this because we have one point that's triggering everything. So if we want to turn this farm off, we have one place to do that. So we can actually set up like an off switch here, where this observer, or cancel out the signal, or whatever it is, we can rig up a system here to basically just shut this farm off, where it will no longer produce sugarcane for us. But I think this is going to do it. We just lack... I need to get a wall here in the middle, so that the stuff over here just doesn't bounce and get stuck here. We're still going to get some loss. This is not a lossless build at all, but you know, if I was doing really mass sugarcane production, I would worry about it. But for a single player, I think this is going to be fine. If we are in a situation where we need more sugarcane, building another one of these right next to it, and even running it off the same clock is not going to be an issue. Even we could go up. Even it's not going to be a thing. All right, so we need to build a structure around it, and we'll get to that. But I think first, I want to find a place to put the melon farm. Maybe right here. I don't know. We'll have a look around. All right. Well, I got a very similar concept going on with the melon farm. Okay, actually, it's not similar at all. Its similarities are, well, with the collection system, and the fact that it's identically the same size, just a little bit shorter. But yeah, we have observers every other. That's where we're going to plant our watermelon or pumpkin. And this is the hole that we're going to fall down because we're not paying attention. Anyway, and those items are going to drop, and we'll have a collection system just like we do with the sugarcane farm. Pretty much identical. Same kind of system here. We don't have the separate clock though. I did do it where there were just observers. Seems like it'll be more efficient this way, but if we put the block down, that's going to basically shoot down that whole side and harvest everything. Same thing on the other side. This farm's not going to be nearly as efficient, and it's not nearly as large, but it's shorter, so it should be able to get bigger. And pumpkins and melons are basically what I use those for, is to unlock the potato and carrot trades, because we should have more carrots and potatoes right now than we know what to do with. Those farms over there are pretty efficient at making items. So yeah, we need to get just this set up. We need the water, we need the collection, and let's see. I just made a whole bunch of chests. We're gonna need 2 of those as a collection chest, and then we need some iron to make some hoppers. How many can we make? We can make 12. I don't want to make 12. Let's make 11 because we need that chest right there, and I think we have some in here too. Yeah, 15. So that should be plenty, and really that, we're never not going to need hoppers. So those are not going to be the last hoppers that we need. Those will not go to waste. All right, let's pull out our good old diorite. Actually, I'd rather have the shovel than the axe. And let's see, collection-wise, the chest is going to be right there. We need to take that block out. And let's see. Yeah, you guys can be dirt. That is to be acceptable. And we want to do just kind of diorite around to make the collection area, and this right here needs to be a stair. There we go, and we can put our chest in here. There we go, and then come in on the other side. And let's see, we're gonna have to do a little bit of both. We're gonna have to fill in and get. Oh nope, that's incorrect. There we go. Hopper, 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 hopper. Dirt, dirt. Hopper, hopper. Dirt, dirt. Are we at the end yet? We're really close. So, dirt, dirt, hopper, hopper, more dirt. We're out of dirt. How do we run out of dirt? I know how we ran out of dirt. I just dropped off a whole bunch of dirt because we had a whole bunch of dirt. All right, that should do that right there. Throw a piece of stone, throw a piece of stone. And we get 2 pieces of stone. Excellent. All right, so that is all situated and ready to go. We need water. We need water. We need a hoe, and we need some melon and pumpkin seeds. I have the melon and pumpkin seeds. The melon seeds I got from my trip to the jungle. I don't remember if that was episode 3 or episode 4, where I went and found that. We need buckets too. Should have a couple of those. Yes, I do. And yeah, I think that'll farm will be ready to go. I do not have a hoe. Do I have any wood? Yes. Wood. I have a whole bunch of stone hoes laying around that I haven't been able to do anything with. Let's just go ahead and hoe everything here. If a pumpkin grows on it or a melon grows on it, we'll lose that farmland, but it increases, irrigated farmland increases the chances of something actually growing. So it will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we have just enough here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That completely did all of our stuff in. And that's okay. We're going to need more water. Then this farm will be ready to go. All we have to do is set up the outside on it. So I've got the base of our cactus farm here. We are actually opposite of the sugarcane and the melon farms on the side of this hill. There's the entrance to the villager HR center, I should say, the bottom section of the HR center. And it's going to be rather small. We're not going to need a ton of cactus regularly. We're just going to need some to basically dye stuff every now and then. So I'm hoping what I can do is put these trapdoors on the bottom of these floating dirt blocks. Something like that, and then pull out our shovel. And let's get rid of all of these blocks. And I'm hoping I can suspend the sand in the air on these trapdoors. Let's see if that is going to work. I can't believe it's getting dark again. It seems like... Nope. There we go. Is that gonna work? That looks good. That looks really good. All right, so the way these work is we plant our cactus on these little bits of sand here, and then we place some glass at a particular height, and that will cause the cactus to break automatically whenever it hits the glass. So hopefully this will work. I'm doing this somewhat from memory. And that memory never works out very well. Let's go ahead and grab... Well, let's go ahead and set the water. I have water, so let's set the water stream. Let's see, we don't want that anymore. We want one right there. We want one right there. That gives us our infinite source, where we can go through and just do this whole bottom. And that should go, and that is 8 blocks, so it should stop right here, and it does. And we can grab one more and put it right here. And that is going to push stuff over here, where we can collect it with a hopper, hopefully, and flood out basically everything. We're going to have to do like a sign or something. Let's see, do we have any signs? Maybe I have some in my junk box. I do. See, let's put that right there. And hopefully that's gonna work. Yeah. And then we'll have a hopper coming out right here and a chest right there for the collection. All right, I think that does it. The glass placed up there should break the cactus as it grows. All we need to do to test this is wait. However, I did test the water streams, and they seem to be flowing very, very well. That's getting down there and being thrown into that hopper, and they end up in this chest like they should. All we can do is wait. All we can do is wait. All right, let's take a look over here. The melons are growing, so that should be here soon. Let's see, we should probably already have some sugarcane already, I would imagine. That's one growth cycle away. Okay, full disclosure, I did throw a stack in there already for storage, so we've actually got 45 of it so far. Wow, that's actually pretty good. So we are, we're kind of finished up with the farms. All we really need to do now is just do a little bit of stylizing on some of these guys and make them look like they belong in the industrial district. So I'm going to go to bed because it's dark yet again, and do a little bit of a design work on here, make them look just a little bit better, and we will then wrap this episode up, I believe. So I got kind of a basic exterior. It's okay. It's an industrial area, so I don't really, think it needs to be too crazy and robust. I'm particularly not happy with the roofs. I think I'll eventually want to redo this, and even the roof over there to match more of this design. This one's a little bit more interesting. It's not excellent, but it's more interesting. So that's something I'll want to look into. But everything's covered. Everything is slabbed. We have 21 cactus so far, which is pretty good, seeing as it was the last farm that was built. Over here in Melon and Pumpkin Town, we have, oh, wow. Boy, the melons are just going nuts. Pumpkins aren't bad either. Any getting stuck there? I'm sure there are, but for right now. Oh, we actually don't even have all these vines fully grown yet. That might be why the pumpkins are lagging a little bit behind. Are they? I don't think so. How many melons does it take to make a full melon block? Is it a full one? Oh, it's a full one. Okay, so if we compare it that way, the pumpkins are actually further ahead. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. There are no losers here. Everybody's a winner. Okay, this one looks like it just fired off. We do have one hanging off the edge right there, but that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen with this design. We're getting plenty of sugarcane though. That was the one that I threw in there. So we have two stacks, a little over 2 stacks. That's working out great. Since we're over here, do I have any brick? I don't have any brick. What would something like, let's do andesite. That hole has been bugging me for this whole episode, basically. Oh no, that looks terrible. That looks awful. We'll leave it. Yeah, I just want to check the chest back here because... Hi. That must be the villager that escaped from up there. Well, you're just gonna hang out down here now. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wow. Wow. That is a lot of potatoes and carrots. That looks like a whole bunch of emeralds to me. Very, very happy about that. And last but certainly not least, let's check out the iron farm. All right, almost a full row of stacks of iron. That definitely works. It's gonna get used. I guarantee you that. So yeah, that feels good to get that out of the way. A big chunk of the automated farms that I want to build out of the way. All of these, well, most of these are going to be used for villager trading, the melon farm, as well as the carrots and potatoes. The sugarcane farm for villager trading to unlock librarians, but also we'll be using those for fireworks and books here very soon. And the cactus farm is for green dye. We have a whole bunch of terracotta, just raw terracotta that wasn't colored that I mined out of the mesa, and I want to make one of these buildings green or some variant thereof. I think that would look good in here. As far as plans for this area, I do want to build up around this. As far as actual factual structures that I want there, I do want a super smelter, not super smelter, just a big smelting area that's somewhat automated and a little bit efficient. And I would like to get a larger storage area here. That one is good. It's worked out really well for us. It's too small, and it's also way over there. And when you're building something over here and you forget something, it's quite a pain. I've used a lot of ender pearls. Granted, we have a fairly steady ender pearl supply, but still. All right, well, I think I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where I'm not sure what we'll do, but it will be fun and exciting. I guarantee it. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.